facing yourself? Not really. It's not a cracking seminar. It's absolutely cool. This is all about fun as well, isn't it? Okay, so before we start, we're just going to get the juices flowing again, so we're going to do something very childish. I want you to high-five everyone in the room. Go. Come on, hurry Okay, are we done? What was it I asked you to do?
Have fun, sir.
Yeah, but high-five everyone in the room. How many of you high-five me? How many of you high-five that young man? How many of you high-five that young man over there?
Can we go now, sir?
Observation skills, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's interesting. Good job, though, because you're all smiling. Fantastic, that's what we want. Yeah, let's bow in. Close. Okay, we're going to be working on some Kenpo principles in this particular session. This is unusual for me, I don't normally do that. And we've used some standard techniques as vehicles to illustrate those. Okay? Do the first move of snapping twig for me, please. Go. Too slow. Far too slow. Move. Too slow. Move. Too slow. Move. Too slow. Move. Better. Take an in-breath. Move. What happened to your explosivity? Did it improve? You're not going. And then. Okay. What major principle should we be using on that first move?
Rotation. Rotation.
There's a bit of rotation, but it's not the main one. And you have to speak up because I'm deaf.
Hey.
Hmm?
Sorry.
Sorry? No. No. Gravitational marriage. Stabilization of face. Yes?
So,
Right. First move, go. Relax. Go. Relax. Gravitational marriage. Go. Better. Brilliant. Relax. Stand in a wide horse stance for me, please. Gravitational marriage is one of the power principles. There are three, and they work through the three-dimensional zones. Gravitational marriage works on the height zone, and it basically means that you're using your body weight, which is forward. Okay? There's no such thing as gravity. Here are sucks, right? I want you to lift your right foot off the floor without moving your body and put your foot back down on the floor again. Go on, don't move your upper body though. I don't want you to have a fall over. Go on, lift, lift, lift. Lift it higher. Lift it higher. Now listen to the stomp and feel what's happening. Lift it higher. Don't shift your body weight. Don't do that, because then you're losing gravitational marriage because you're supporting your body weight with the other leg. There should be no support. Take the support away, let the foot fall onto the floor, feel your body weight hit the floor. That's when you're using gravitational marriage. Go. Did you hear the difference? Do it again. Go. And again. Go. Don't move your upper body. And if you want to use a gauge, just look forwards and find something on the wall, stare at it, and it shouldn't move. Or, you shouldn't. Ready? Go. And again. Go. Oh, much better. One more time. Go. Fantastic. Relax. You just connected with gravitational marriage or marriage of gravity, right? Now what I want you to do is use that principle on the first move, snap and twig. Go. And again. Go. Better. Again. Relax your legs. Drop into that stance. Go. Yes. And again. One more time. Go. What should you be doing with your shoulders? Your shoulders down. Don't let that. Because our hands are rising up, the energy tends to come up into the chest. You don't want to do that. You want to keep this down. And not like this. Okay? Ready? One. And again. I'm seeing thumbs sticking up. Is that a good or a bad thing? Bad thing.
Put it in the open, sir.
Sorry?
Put it in the open.
So get the thumb in position, please. Ready?
Yes.
Move. And again. Come on, hit that arm. Move. Bam. And again. Move. And again. Move. Relax. Good job. I would like you to pick a partner and work that first move. We are working an elbow joint. Be very careful what you do, please. Okay? Just for the first move, gravitational marriage. Go. You see lots of variations where the brushes are going, which is absolutely fine. We explain how I understand it, how I was shown it, and you can use it approaches it like that. Okay, so we have the center line. Okay, there's the center line, and then we have the other two. With glancing salute, it's a cross push, right? Triggered salute is straight push. What happens if your axis is pushed? Reversing lace. Sorry, repeating lace. Yeah. And what happens with repeating lace? Step back, yeah. Step offline, and you work through the process. And then there's this one where you step directly back. So pushes me, I fade back, and here. Where I do my thing. Ready for the next one. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
It makes sense to me. I don't know if
So Mr. Ash said, he didn't think he could do him. You know that's not true. He knows actually, doesn't he?
This how does the partner explain it to you? This is a hook. Goes back and hits his core. This is a round. It comes back up this way. It's not this way. More horizontal. This is the energy. Where's your elbow? Did I hurt you?
I love it.
And I say, you've got to keep your thumbs in, right? Because you may do this and not want to disrupt the joint, but you've got nerves in here that you can be using the thumb.
He doesn't look convinced.
Okay, so first try it against the center. You can't rotate. You have to go back, and you settle in your stance, and this comes back and hits here. And this one comes up here. The big thing you don't want to do is this. you want your energy to drop.
So you said you're working a comfort zone.
Do you see the difference? Do you hear the difference?
So,
Did you notice my back foot was going off in the wrong direction? You didn't, did you? I did. I just correct it before anyone sees it. Okay, so get your stance, stabilize your base, and doing that, you attack that joint. Move. What's the next move? A nice little point here. It starts to plunge. So I kind of like to hit this and yank. With that frictional pull. And then I'm going to go into my forward bow and hit it in the throat with the hand sword. This is not a forward bow. What's wrong with it? It's 50. Okay? So, drop, pull, go into my forward bow and I take my weight forwards into his throat. So he's going to walk right into that room with that soft part of his throat. Does that make sense? Yes. Give it a try, have a play, see what you think. Be very careful of the elbow joints. Have I hurt you? Did I use reasonable speed and power? Did I employ the Kenpo principles of gravitational marriage and targeting? Okay. So the tiger is seen, but the dragon should prevail. And that's one of the skills that we need to be working on. Okay? You should be able to go full speed, full power, and either in front of the target, just touch the target, into the target, or go through the target. And that's the skills that we should acquire as well. So, does that make sense? Fantastic. Have fun. Go. The end of this technique, as we covered that in the story with the hammer fist and the sand general. Were you avoiding that, or did you return to the script that we normally do?
sorry.
Oh, how we do? Sorry. The end of it, some guys will do the end.
That's it.
So, the rest of the technique is what? After the hand sword is what? Hammer, sand available. Did we do that story? Yes, we did. So all that stuff we talked about this morning with that, plug that in the end of this now. Okay? Is that for me? Then we'll move on swiftly to something else. Okay, let's go. We covered this morning. Oh, that. Cover out, right? Who's doing the cover out right now? Who's not doing the cover out before? So let's run that now. Quickly put the cover out on the end. Do it correctly, so be aware of what you're doing with it. Don't do it on your script and do the normal thing. Get some improvement on that in the angles for that, and we'll move on to the next thing. Okay, let's go. Okay, everyone all right? Yes. Let's run a technique. Stand up. Let's step forward for the left leg. The left leg we're carrying. Single knuckle right. Outward hand sword. Check. Step through the leather drop. What's the technique called? Okay. Now let's do that again. Don't bother with the end. This is the interesting stuff. 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, 2. Okay, some of you don't know this technique, so what we do is when we switch partners on like a black suit or white suit, you ever heard of the term the ultimate aim of the voices is to elongate circles and to bring up the pools? Yeah? It's a lovely statement. Well, are you against it? Well, I like this young man, he's about my weight.
That's going to hurt him more anyway.
Technique with the leg back.
Right, so we want to get head line in, foot back, as the boys get closer to the fire off that lead side.
Do you have difficulty getting in with the leg buckle or the elbow and around that front leg sometimes? Anyway, this is what I like. Punch is coming in, so slip the punch, get my parry, and we'll take my hand over here. Where's my body going? Just forwards. So I bring this hand up, and I take that circle, and I elongate. It's so powerful. Watching them practice it is actually people working with this. So again, parry, right through. Then there's the chop and so on. If you come in and you bust this leg to the straight or move back, which gives you the entry point of the hook. Yeah. Have a play, we'll build on it. Let's go. Major minor moves. As soon as somebody says, oh, it's a minor move, the mind switches off. So you realize what you want to do. Yeah. Now, Mr. Parker, whether it's major or a minor move, he would wage war. His attitude was right, get in there and get the job done as quick as possible. Okay? So the idea of major and minor is what the effect of the move is. Whatever Mr. Parker did to you would be major. Okay? However, so if I've got every arm, just your arm, if I've got two parries which are riding, it's the minor moves. How about suddenly they're minor because they're going this direction. However, the effect is major. You see that? It's the same with this thing, or any of the raking knuckles. That is the energy that you should project. That's a minor move, but he thought he was going to get really hurt. Did you see that? Isn't that interesting? So when you're doing this stuff, if you think, oh, it's a minor move, you're almost discounting it. Don't do that. Alright? Don't do that. The other thing is, don't insert things into the base moves, extras, if they take away from the power and the structure of the base move. If you over-sophisticate, what happens then is you put yourself at risk. You know that the basic framework of the technique is powerful, it's well designed, the engineering is good, the mechanics are good, pop the principles on top, that thing's going to work for you, whatever the technique is. Right? When you start inserting stuff, Mr. Parker could do that. He was so skilled, he could do that. We do it because we really think about what we're doing. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to go back to the technique. I'd like you to think a little bit more about this single knuckle. It's not like a brush stroke. You're looking to bust their ribs, check out their depth, hit them hard. Okay? Even though it's a circular move and it's a graze. Does that make sense? Okay. It's all about attitude. It's all about how you approach this stuff. It's all about attitude. Okay. You were talking to me about attitude? What did you get? Were you not talking to me about attitude? And yeah. Well, from our discussion, I've put that into this. So that's helping. Thank you very much.
Alright, so.
All right, great. So let's get up and go for it. Watch your wrist before. Is this stuff any good? I know it's standard techniques, but there's so much involved with that they actually teach, show, and store. And very often we complain about the stuff and forget about them, or just treat them as, oh, it's just the simple stuff. But there is so much in there. Just going to have to, do that. What's the problem with all? Set, book set. It's not an egg. I mean, some camping traditions. I've done some work on it. It's a very interesting thing. But what it's allowing me to do this first part is that you can feel that. So this. It's so damn powerful, coming up or down with this dead weight arm, which and it's that relaxation and dead weight which usually will come. Relaxation is probably one of the biggest things that can be looking into people. When you do this with the shoulders, do this. Yeah. When you go this, use that. So you want to keep the shoulders down, keep your chest relaxed. Energy down into the lower down again. Don't allow it to happen. It's really important. Alright, any questions?
You guys just super clear to my after right?
Jack had a question, so he didn't think that move actually had any merit.
Oh. I can believe that.
So I think I had a question. You had a question about
Yes, there is. Don't should be backwards of what's happening. Let's check that out. That's a very good question. Okay? And this causes a lot of problems in our techniques because the reactions aren't correct. They're constructed in a way which you're supposed to get certain reactions and then you go through it. And then the what if is, or what if you don't react that way, they go this way and so on. Okay? So on that first move of snapping twig, what's his reaction to this? Okay? What I think about a snapping twig and gift of destruction and no kimono is there's a knife in this hand. So I really want to get rid of that. Okay? So in busting that on, when I do that, I put pressure on there. He's going to arch his back, walk on the balls of his feet, and that hand's going to come back. He's going, can you imagine that? Yeah? So he's up, high. And then I'm raking and poking. Is that for him to stay there? He's going to be coming forward, right? Okay. The other thing is, does anyone attack like this? It's a Kenpo thing, isn't it? Yeah? So you want to make it a bit more realistic so you get more from here. Does that make sense? And the range changes, the timing changes, all of it changes. It makes it more practical. So if we're looking at it, he's more square onto me, he does the first with this hand. I drop back and do this, hold and hit it. See where the leg is? When I hit him here, boom, and then shuffle in, you get the entry point. It depends on how he reacts. If we take this technique, so fist up, there's no reaction to this, and he has his ribs both broken, and he's still stood there.
Which is not bad.
How do I get in there? That just doesn't work up on the inside. Very common, right? But if he reacted to this, I got my entry point. Now I can work the technique. Oh, so therefore the reaction is wrong. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And there's so many things that can be unlocked if you look at what is the result from that strike. And don't be in a rush to do another 10 strikes. That's not what it's about. It's not about speed, it's not about rapidity, or getting as many hits in as possible. It's about hitting that person hard enough the first time you don't have to do anything else. And everything else is a backup. Which is for me anyway. Yeah. Mr. Parker was Hawaiian, so he was a little lazy in some respects, so he's not going to want to do 15, 20 hits where you can hit that person once and put it down. He's got better things to do. Yeah? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Fantastic. I've forgotten the thread of where I was going, but that's great. Okay, how long have we got?
15 minutes.
Fantastic. Okay, that's what I want to tell you. Everyone stands up, please. Yes, let's do this as a research. We're going to follow the last 1 hour. Let's do your favorite 5 swords. Let's go. 5 swords. Look at the Somebody visited an old friend. Didn't wait. 5 swords again, that's good. Ha ha! Boom, off you go. You run your scripts, you do all that stuff. And the things that we talked about this morning, the forward flows and thumbs sticking off, gravitational marriage, all of that stuff. Well, I saw that, what did I do? Yeah? So, all those things we talked about this morning, using those techniques as empiricals, I'd like you to look at 5 swords, go back to running the primitive phase, slow, be analytical, let your partner look at what you're doing and help you. Are you shifting your weight into the forward goal, or are you not? Are you on target with your weapons, or are you not? Are you shaping your weapons correctly? Are you stabilizing your base? Are you using paths of action? Or are you just doing 5 swords where you've done it for the last 10 years? It's absolutely great. I'm having a lot of fun. Yeah? Which there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Unless you want to improve. Okay, let's go. Let's run it. Not fast enough, stand up. No. Right. So here's the thing. What do you remember from the story from all the seminars? That's what we're doing. So let's have a little discussion. Okay? What do you remember?
Basics are very important to get them right. Energy.
Well, we'll fire off each other.
Control. Base what's serious?
Okay, simple.
What I'm mostly getting at is the intent of energy, the marriage between yourself and your art and what you're doing, the electricity that it comes.
I might expand on that slightly. So we're going to go with that and then marry that to principles and theories and then apply that to the text.
That's it. And what about the other seminars? Not my seminars. No, what do you remember? What do you remember from this morning?
Well, the Kenpo had offensive moves in it, and we're all learning them. We just haven't used it as a first thing to do.
It's a thing you get in place now that you're planning, another time 5 years ago.
After reviewing and understanding usually another sequence in relation to sequence combat line that you already have, but maybe hadn't used it.
Intent. The right word. Intent.
Body reactions. Use your correct body reaction to your opponent.
Make sure that you're moving the opponent the way that even though you increase intent, maintain control.
There's no, listen, if you are skilled, there's no excuse for bad control. No excuse whatsoever. I've been doing this for a couple of years. And I haven't hurt anyone in the last day. Now, there's no excuse for it. Right? There's going to be accidents. But you know, you should be able to do this stuff full power, full speed to the target. Hit the target, into the target, past the target. You should be able to regulate that. That's part of the equation formula, isn't it? Yeah, regulation. Equation formula is really interesting. We'll do that another time. But, yeah, it's really important that you get that skill.
Excuse me, sir. Just add something you said about the seminars. Was that the last seminar that made me through that idea was actually the principles of law and path. When you demonstrated that in the very first step, we were creating a line that then described the path function. That was what I think that would connect the relation between the two seminars. So we can show continuity in the system and how it works. And then it's more destructive parts can be.
Absolutely.
Principles combined.
Absolutely. Yeah, right there. We run out of time.
Yes, sir. We've got a few minutes to monitor, so just so we can get everyone back up and back. You've got a few, sir. Training you.
Jack. How long did you train?
I started in 1988. That's 31. It's all my brother's
Hey.
Hey, I resemble that remark.
I resemble that. Guilty as charged.
How long?
28, sir. 3 of those without outside Kenpo, and then back Kenpo and then back.
What do you say? It's a long time, isn't it? My senior student started when he was 8. It's been with me for 40 years. 40 years. And he knows reasonably well. We're still working on it. So the point I'm making is that we invest a huge amount of our time and our lives to this. So the connections we talked about this morning, these little things I'm talking about, dragging and going across the top of the patch and all that sort of pretty slides and so on, that's really important because that adds flavour to what we do. So it puts in other layers of that emotional structure connection that you have with your lives. When you do your sanitation, you're emotional structure. You don't have to do that all the time, but you want to demonstrate it, then you do it well. Be precise. Be precise with all of those things. You've been fantastically receptive. Just been fantastic with your work. It's great. And I'm looking forward to that. Who's got any injuries? So we're doing pretty good. We're going into the second half of Santa Monica. Tony's full, a little bit tired. So we need to watch what we do Santa Monica. Fantastic. Thank you very much for this morning. Enjoy lunch. That's who I get.
So we have a young lady who's happened to be here on a birthday. So man, would you mind just there?
Birthday punches.
So I mean, because I know she's already had a happy birthday, some of you previous to this point. We haven't really done this. Just to embarrass you a bit more,
we're going to do that now. Okay, so let's do happy birthday. Ready? Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Megan. Happy birthday to you. Alright guys, so we've got about 55 minutes. So my suggestion is we've got food court across there.